Hey, it's Carl, and I've been doing the ketogenic diet since last November. So, been at it a little over 6 months. Compromised off and on for the first few months. Got really stringent with it starting in April, early April, in fact. And so, one of the things that took no clue what those were, but because I was plateaued, I asked him to share a little more with me. So, here's the backstory behind what I'm getting ready to share with you. There was a study done by the Department of the Navy, and in that study, what they were looking at was Navy SEALs use rebreather equipment when they scuba dive. One of the challenges that they've encountered with that is that the divers can actually begin to have epileptic seizures based on the way the rebreather works. And I can't explain all of that. There is actually a TED Talk that goes into that. But the scientist that was asked to begin studying that and possible solutions started looking at the ketogenic diet. And the reason he was looking at the ketogenic diet is it has been used for many, many years as a way to control epileptic seizures from a non-medical standpoint. Often an epileptic patient is prescribed to begin doing a high-fat, low-carb ketogenic diet as a means of controlling the seizures. So what the scientists began to look at was, were there ways to create ketosis in the body, to where the body was using ketones as fuel instead of glucose, without having to do a nutritional induction. So for most people, when they think of the ketogenic diet, they think they're going to overdose on bacon and eggs. And while that may be true, for some people, the reality is there are other ways to induce ketosis for an individual. And so out of this study, what the scientists ended up finding was a way to bring external ketones or exogenous ketones into the body through a drink. And that by doing that, the body could be put into ketosis within an hour. So when my friend was explaining this to me, I was really intrigued because it took me literally weeks to get into ketosis. And at that, I wasn't getting really deep into ketosis. I was getting deep enough to obviously create fat loss, but not really deep. And so I went ahead and purchased a supply of this drink mix just to see what it would do. And what was really cool, and I've got my keto sticks here, is I can start the day not being in ketosis, drink this drink mix, supplement, and within an hour, I'll already be moving up the scale into ketosis. And what happened for me is my 2.5 month weight plateau was broken in 5 days. So I've got a link below this video. It'll tell you a little bit about the product. And if you want to order a 5 or 10 day sample of that product, there's the option for you to do that. So take a look at that link. Take a look at the information